This is Paul Block. He's speaking with us today for the Books blog on timesunion.com about his new book that he co-authored, the Masada Scroll. What is the Masada Scroll?
All right, the Masada Scroll is a historical mystery. I guess it's not a whodunit mystery, but it's an intrigue mystery historical novel that's set, approximately half the book is set in the present and half 2,000 years ago, starting at the crucifixion of Jesus Christ to the suicide of about 1,000 Jewish zealots at Masada, south of Jerusalem. And it kind of looks at the first century Christianity and Judaism through the eyes of two brothers who are the sons of Dismas, the good thief, who was crucified next to Jesus. And it's set in the present because the book opens with the mystery of the discovery of a scroll of a gospel that predates Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and it's discovered at the ruins of Masada. It definitely has themes that might be reminiscent of a book like the Da Vinci Code, and that's sort of where our story, I think, is fascinating, in that we actually worked on this book a couple of years before the Da Vinci Code came out and couldn't find a market for it, a publisher. So
when did you first try to find a publisher for the book?
Well, that would have been early 2001. What happened was Robert Vaughn runs each year a series of writers' retreats down in Alabama on the Gulf Coast, where writers come and spend their week writing all day long and then talking about what they're writing in the evening. And I would be on staff each year, and other editors. I was a novelist and editor at the time. And we spun this idea together one week. I was there for the full week. I wasn't really writing, I was helping run the program, and Robert and I were just walk on the beach, and we came up with this concept, and he kept bugging me, look, it's half in the present, half in the past, you know, maybe he could do one part and I'd do the other, and we hadn't worked out the working relationship, but for fun we did an outline, a fairly extensive outline. At that point it was about over 50 pages long, and we started sending to publishers in April of 2001. By June of 2001, we had 3 sample chapters, so we had about a 125-page proposal that made the rounds of a variety of publishers, and this is exactly 2 years before Da Vinci Code was published, probably when Dan Brown was writing his own book.
So how many publishers turned you down? Do you know?
Well, I don't have the actual count because an agent ultimately got involved and I never saw the letters, but I think we're talking 8 to 10 of the major publishers. I have at home some letters from Berkeley, Ballantine, Avon, I think Bantam, and they almost consistently had the same comment, which was that this book idea, it sounds wonderful, but we don't know a market for it. It's too Christian for non-Christians, and it's too heretical for Christians, and we don't think there's a market for it. So our proposal kind of died on the vine. We were off doing other things. We just kind of put it aside. Then 2 years later, as I say, Da Vinci Code came out, and about 3 years later, it was such a big hit that one of the publishers that had rejected us, which was Tor Books, which is distributed by St. Martin's, they came back to us and said, "Did you ever sell that book?" And no, we hadn't. We said, "No, we haven't sold it. As a matter of fact, we haven't written it other than the first 3 chapters." So they asked again to see the latest draft. We kind of touched it up a bit, sent it back to them. And we ultimately got a contract, and it was, I believe, thanks to the Da Vinci Code.